So yeah, I mean, like looking back on it, it does seem kind of insane that like, especially just giving how much the hip hop community's like mentality on snitching seems like it's kind of evolved, that the whole industry just united to put you in the snitch box, and I'm talking all the way from the underground to the corporate side of
Yo,
things.
say what's up to Ack.
Hello, Ack.
Ack just called me. Yo, shout out to Ack. Yo, Ack, I'm doing a No Jumper
What
podcast
up?
right now.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam. Hey, this is how you hold out your friends. You see, me and 6ix9ine, that's my real mans. You know what I mean? I'm like his manager, not his manager. You know, we don't represent it. I bet. Y'all having a good interview?
Yeah, we having a good one. We're telling him. I'm telling him he's the reason I got signed to Elliott. He said he want all the credit.
Yo, tell Adam, tell Adam if he don't at least go half of what Vlad did, like, yo, he's out here playing, man. Like, Vlad went crazy. Vlad dropped 80 on that.
80. Yo, he's hyping it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you back.
All right, yeah, good interview.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, the Apple Musics and the Spotify's
Yeah,
of the world,
so-
everybody was a gangster all of a sudden.
No,
Myself
it's-
included,
no,
I was a super gangster.
It's not that everybody was a gangster. I feel like everybody was like, how do we control something we can't control? Not only is 6ix9ine polarizing, not only does 6ix9ine has hits, nobody can control his mouth. So whatever is facts and true, like when I exposed Billboard, they're like, yo, we have to get him out of the game somehow. We already didn't like 6ix9ine before he snitched or whatever. 6ix9ine was never invited to a Rolling Loud being the biggest artist in the world. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I feel like they were in bed with so many artists who were anti-6ix9ine that they basically were like, it's not worth it.
So 6ix9ine was already hated before snitching.
But so many people were coming
No, but
around.
listen, so now
like
listen.
it was controversial. By the time you did a song with Young Thug, nobody cared.
So-
it was not that controversial by that point.
No, 6ix9ine was so polarizing and so like uncensored, and 6ix9ine is like, he does whatever he wants to do, says whatever he wants to say. Nobody can control his mouth. Nobody can control his content. Not only on top of how polarizing and domination that 6ix9ine is, on top of that, he's funny as
Yeah.
So when you get a charismatic, phenomenon, I would say, is like, we need to cancel this guy some way, somehow. You grab all the execs, all the superpowers, what you call the Illuminati in this music industry, the Carl Cherries, the Larry Jacksons, the E-Bros that are head of Apple, for people who don't know, head of Spotify, head of Billboard, Nielsen. For people who don't know, Nielsen is the people that accumulate the numbers for Billboard. Head of radio, right? To Blackballed, somebody we can't control. Because T.I. has a whole video on YouTube snitching. Young Thug's video, him being interrogated, is from 2015. Gunna has Crime Stoppers before, okay, Automatic, let's get it. So all these rappers, their favorite rappers, have snitching, allegations, videos, what they call little somethings, and they have all this shit out already. They ignore it. But once it's 6ix9ine, somebody that we can't control, somebody that we don't like, somebody that we need an excuse to cancel, does it, it's like everybody needs to be on the same page, It
reminds me of after January 6th, Trump, like, very similar to you, he kind of like represents so many things that the establishment in Washington hates. All the Democrats obviously opposed to him, even a lot of the Republicans looking at him as an existential threat. And it was kind of like that with you, where all these classicist hip hop figures, they didn't really want you around anymore. So this was the perfect moment, everybody lock in. And for Trump, they deleted all his social media. He's not president anymore. So we barely heard about Trump for like 2-3 years. And then, he obviously makes his crazy comeback and everything. And it does kind of feel like over the last month or so, you've kind of experienced something similar where so many people in hip hop kind of were like, maybe we don't agree 100% with everything he did, but why did we send this kid out of hip hop? Why did we like blacklist him and make him, a pariah? Even somebody like Vlad didn't want to interview you at the time. Like I remember you came to LA at one point and you did like Impulsive. That was like the biggest podcast that you did. But all the hip hop platforms, I don't think I was offered it. But like Vlad, I think it was on the table for Vlad, and Vlad didn't want to do it because he felt like that's not true.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
I mean, am I mistaken? Like, did I get offered Vlad in 2020? No, nobody will sit down with me.
Yeah.
2020?
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it in
Post-president.
2020, right? Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do it. Then fast forward 2025, and he's happy to do it, and it's the biggest interview of the year.
So, me and my team speaks about this all the time. I don't think that people didn't want to interview me, and you guys clipped this, right? It's not the fact that 6ix9ine didn't want to be interviewed by anybody, it's that nobody wanted to sit down and hear the truth. And they didn't want to use their platform to expose the truth. And then if anybody sat down with me, they're like, yo, this kid is so good at just logic, right? That we're gonna look stupid. So might as well just cut off his voice. Say no to the interview. He doesn't get the chance to make us look stupid.
Because your final interview was Breakfast Club, and you basically spun Charlemagne.
No, it's not. I didn't spun Charlemagne.
You made it so that he could barely make a point, and that you were just controlling the room. He was
But
he was a guy in the audience.
That's not
which
spin.
nobody has ever done that.
That's not spinning. That's shutting down nonsense. If I say something that makes sense, he'll make it a joke. And that's what a lot of interviewers do. Like, you see how Vlad in that successful ass interview that we had, how many times he tries to go to the next question when I make a point?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, why don't you, like, when you ask me how many 9 Trey Bloods, how do I feel about 9 Trey Bloods being released from prison? And I said, yo, Vlad, if I show you my phone right now, how many of those 9 Trey members that I told on still hit me up to this day, you'll be surprised. Any other person will be like, oh my God, this is Blockbuster. Oh my God, which 9 Trey members? He didn't care because it was like, it doesn't help my cause making you look bad.
But you felt like Vlad had that intent, that was his intent?
No.
Not really, right?
Everyone was like, how can we make 6ix9ine look horrible without giving him the right to really just make us look stupid and have us contradict ourselves?
Yeah.
Because who's going to be loyal to someone who wasn't loyal to them?
Right.
How are you going to answer that?
Yeah.
Right?
In retrospect, it seems pretty easy for me to imagine another world in which you were more loved by the industry and they were able to actually look at that situation and have more of a level-headed approach to it. Because, I mean, even the Gunna thing, like, a lot of the cool Atlanta rappers basically, X'd him out. But a lot of the fans got over it pretty quick. And a lot of even the industry, like, why are you going to be angry? If you're Ebro, why are you mad at Gunna? Why would you be mad?
No, people are so, no, Ebro wasn't mad at Gunna. But so many people are so picking and choosing in this industry. Because remember when Gunna first did the Yes Man and he cooperated, right? And the fact that he sealed the deal or told the court, like, yo, YSL is a gang. YSL committed crimes and furtherance to the gang. While these guys are fighting for their life to prove that YSL is not a gang, it's music, whatever, right? Their lawyers, that's their defense. They're not a gang, they're a label, blah, blah. He's to go home early, that he got tricked, whatever, and saying, no, they're a gang, blah, blah, I understand this, blah, blah, I'm going home. Everybody was like, everybody just relax. Wait till Young Thug comes home and confirms that he ratted. Just stop. Everybody stop. Let's listen to you mean?
Yeah.
You mean? Wait till Young Thug. Everybody just chill. Little Baby's not saying nothing. These people not saying nothing. Just relax. So that when Young Thug comes home and say Gunna's a rat, everybody's like, but he has good music.
He had enough time to solidify himself as still making good music before Thug got out. That worked out pretty well for Gunna.
But aren't we talking about snitching? Ain't like now are we making new rules for snitching? Gooba was a smash hit. Trolls is a great ass song that was #1 in all genres on Billboard. So why do they get a good music pass and I don't?
But would you say that also like the public's mind when it comes to the streets has changed a lot since then? I think in 2019 or 2020, whenever you were going through your shit, it was a lot more, the people still believed in the streets, and now it feels like that bubble has burst for a huge majority of the fans. They're not impressed by the street shit like they used to be.
So that's what I'm saying. Why pick and choose now?
I think like the honest opinion of the masses has changed a lot too. And I think that's why so many of them are kind of willing to give you a second chance in terms of how they feel about you.
Because the difference between Gunna and all these people, right? These people really are falling out with their brothers, like people who put them on. Young Thug put Gunna on. Gunna took that plea to like say, yo, yeah, YSL's a gang, you know, they committed crimes and furtherance of the gang, whatever. Like if we're speaking clear as day and just facts are facts and don't ignore it, I didn't tell them none of my friends or none of the people who put me on. I put them on. And the positions that I found them, they were in critical condition. But people were like, damn, like we don't just, I hate that the message is right. We just don't want to listen it from you. Make sense? Like
you don't even need to use Gunna in this example. Look at Woody. I've been out and about in Atlanta with Woody.
Yeah, I heard
He
Woody's
is beloved. The people are going nuts for him, like little kids running up on him, excited to meet him and shit. Everywhere we went.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, that is something that would have been hard to imagine at the time. If you told us like, hey, there's a snitch in the Young Thug trial a year or two after the 6ix9ine thing, people would have had a hard time fathoming that he would get such a different reaction than you did. But that Woody is one of the many people that kind of probably showed people, hey, this street shit is not really what y'all believe it is.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. People pick and choose. You know what I mean? And there's no hiding it. You know what I mean? There's no sugarcoating it. There's no hiding it. Everybody wanted to use me as like the poster child, but when it's their favorite rappers, listen, it's different. Like, and that's what makes me approach the thing how it is. You know what I mean? Like Vlad. Vlad was like, you know, Maf, you know, there's a lot of things that I know about Vlad. I just don't like making people feel uncomfortable. Like him not wanting to interview me, said a lot of things like you. But I never like make people feel uncomfortable because what I don't like being done to me, I don't do it to people. People don't have that same ethic.
Shout out to Everything 420. It's like the Amazon for everything that you need to get lifted. Whatever your vibe is, their app makes it super easy for you to shop for your next sesh. Shipping is fast, the packaging is super low key, and they're always running deals. Tap into the app and use code NOJUMPER to get a little something off. Shout out to Everything 420.